If you've ever said "I'm fine" while literally dying inside, this video is about to call you out. And trust me, you're not going to like what I'm about to tell you about yourself. Raise your hand if this sounds like you. When someone asks you to do something you absolutely don't want to do, but instead of saying no, you smile and say, "Sure, no problem." Then you spend the next 3 hours regretting your entire existence. Yeah, I see you hiding behind that screen. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit: you're not being nice, you're being a people pleaser, and it's slowly destroying your life. Let's talk about the most exhausting personality type on the planet: people pleasers. These are the people who would rather set themselves on fire than disappoint someone else. They're the human equivalent of a golden retriever: loyal, eager to please, and completely unable to say no. But here's what's really messed up: their kindness isn't real, it's a trauma response disguised as virtue. I'm talking to you. The person who reads every text 5 times before sending it, who apologizes when someone else bumps into you, who says, "Sorry?" More than a Canadian in a revolving door. You think you're being considerate? Wrong. You're terrified. You're so scared of being rejected that you've turned yourself into a human doormat with a welcome sign tattooed on your forehead. Here's the science. People pleasers have what psychologists call conditional self-worth. Translation: you literally believe you're only valuable when other people like you. That's not humility, that's psychological self-harm. And where did this start? Let me guess. You were the good kid growing up. The one who never caused trouble, never talked back, never had needs. Every time you showed emotion, you got shut down. So you learned the most toxic lesson of all: I'm only lovable when I'm perfect. Studies show that 70% of people pleasers were raised by parents who used love as a reward system. Congratulations! You've been emotionally manipulated since birth. Now, let me blow your mind with the 3 types of people pleasers. Type 1, the perfectionist pleaser. This is the person who has a mental breakdown if they get 99% instead of 100%. They think one mistake equals to complete worthlessness. They're basically human calculators trying to solve the equation: how perfect do I need to be to deserve love? Spoiler alert, the answer is impossible. Type 2, the validation junkie. These people are literally addicted to compliments. Not getting praise for 5 minutes? Full panic mode. They're like slot machines that only pay out in "good job" and "you're so helpful." They'll burn themselves out trying to get that next hit of approval. Type 3, the conflict avoider. These people would rather eat glass than have an uncomfortable conversation. They're walking around with internal rage that could power a small city, but they'll still smile and say, "Everything's fine." They're essentially emotional time bombs wrapped in politeness. Here's what nobody tells you: the more you please others, the less they respect you. You think you're buying love with your servitude, but you're actually teaching people that your needs don't matter. You're not the friend, you're the free therapist. You're not the valued employee, you're the one they dump extra work on. You're not the beloved family member, you're the one who always gives in. And the most tragic part? While you're out here playing Mother Teresa, nobody's taking care of you. You're emotionally starving while feeding everyone else. But here's the good news, and stick around because this is where it gets life-changing. You can break this cycle. And no, you don't need years of therapy or a personality transplant. Step 1. Stop saying "I should." Every time you say "I should help," you're basically putting a gun to your own head. Replace it with "I choose." This one word change will literally rewire your brain. Step 2. Master the art of the pause. When someone asks you for something, don't answer immediately. Say this magic phrase: "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This buys you time to think instead of automatically saying yes. Step 3. Practice being selfish. I know, it feels gross, but here's your homework. Do one thing today that's purely for you. Buy yourself something nice. Say no to a request. Cancel plans you don't want to keep. Pleasing isn't kindness, it's self-abandonment. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you're betraying yourself. And that little voice in your head that's been silenced for so long? It's time to let it speak. Remember, you don't need everyone's approval. You just need your own. And if you're ready to stop being everyone's doormat and start being your own advocate, welcome to the club. It's about time that you join. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.